series. Today we are on week 12 of our 12-week REI 101 series. I'm really excited to talk to you today about the psychology behind real estate investing. And I really think that this week is one of my favorite topics because there's so much that goes into real estate investing. And if you haven't already heard me say this before, real estate investing is definitely a mindset that you want to prepare yourself to get into before you even make the jump. But as you go into real estate investing, obviously the practice of the mindset will help you get further when it comes to building legacy, when it comes to building equity, when it comes to building that name for yourself. So I'm really excited that you've come this far. Our 12-week series, we only have one more week in. And I've been meaning to come in earlier, but it's just been a whirlwind of a week out here in Phoenix. To say that the market has picked up is an understatement. So things are really moving. We're really excited to share everything that we have going on in Phoenix. If you haven't already followed us on our other channels, please do so at She Sold AZ. We are really looking into creating a lot more than what is available out here, especially for our clients, and what we can do for you as we serve, the communities as well. So week 11 of our REI 101 series is understanding the psychology behind real estate investing. And I don't know if you guys have read the book Thinking Fast and Slow by Dr. Daniel Kahneman. He is a Nobel Prize winner for behavioral economics. He has basically spent his entire life studying people and how we make decisions, especially under pressure. So when we really hone in on how our mind processes things to make decisions, it's in the psychology that has been studied through many generations by these people who have taken the time to really learn what it takes for people to make those types of decisions, those confident decisions in moving forward, and also what makes people not make those decisions, right? Because that's really important as well. So Dr. Kahneman, as I mentioned, Nobel Prize winner for economics and how we make decisions. There are three key biases that you want to keep in mind for anybody, right? For all of us who are making really big decisions in the marketplace right now. One of them is loss aversion, right? We can feel loss more than we feel gains and wins. So the actual feeling of losing, we remember a lot more clearer than we do when we win. So we have to keep this in mind. We're talking about the psychology behind real estate investing. We are learning through Nobel Prize winner Daniel Kahneman on thinking fast and slow and what he has learned on how people make decisions. And this is really important because making the right real estate investment, it's not just numbers, right? It's not just, oh, this pencils in, this pencils out. It's a lot of other factors that go along in with making that decision. You could find a really great property and investment, but your own biases can actually stop you from making those decisions, right? Sticker price is one of them. If you see a price, it's above market, but it's in a great neighborhood and it may need some work, but we know that let's say the home's appreciation value goes up anywhere from 3 to 5% per year. Well, if I'm putting in a lot more money into my investment to purchase this investment, I know that more than likely I'm going to get a really good return. But we don't really see that in the long run, right? We want to see now, what's in the return for it now. So we have to put ourselves, like we have to pull ourselves out of what's happening and kind of like observe, right? Observe the bigger picture and what that looks like. So it's really important to understand the psychology behind making these decisions, so that way when you do go and make these decisions, you do it confidently. And that's our position as advisors, right? We help you kind of guide you and see those bigger pictures. So some of those key biases that we might be blind to are loss aversions, as I mentioned before. If you have done any real estate investing, or if you have purchased properties and you maybe lost some money. 2008 is a really good example on real estate investors and how, a lot of the people who invested in 2008 pretty much lost it all, where they had to regain and rebuild. So you see a lot of hesitation out in the market right now, especially for developers and for real estate investors who have been in the market for a long time, because they've felt that loss, right? So you have to keep that in mind, that doing this, it's cyclical, it's a market, it goes up and down, but the time spent in the market is going to help you better than timing the market. If you watched last week, then you would have heard Aaron give his host's view about timing the market and time spent in the market and the differences between that. So the next bias that I want you to keep in mind are fear of regret, right? Let me hear from you guys. Have you guys regretted something that you purchased, or did you regret something that you didn't purchase, right? If something happened and you said no to it, but later on you're like, oh God, I could have made so much money, right? We hear that all the time as well. I'm a real estate broker for luxury and commercial in Phoenix, Arizona. Our website is shesoldaz.com. We're in our REI 101 series. So fear of regret when you are real estate investing, there are chances, or if you're in the market and you sell your house, go back and look at that house and see how much it's worth now. That's a good one, right? Because you're like, oh, if I never sold that one, it would have been worth this much now. It's insane. So what our position is to help you see these types of things, maybe that's holding you back. And as real estate advisors, we give you a big round picture of, okay, I understand what your holdback is, but let's look at it this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. We give you all the angles so that way you can make a more confident decision as you move forward, right? Let's see, Las Vegas, Nevada, I'm ready to learn. Let's go, Vegas. Okay, so the third bias you want to keep in mind is social influence. You know as just as much as I do that the people around us, they have a lot of impact on what we do and what we say, right? Like my son, for instance, if I meet somebody or if I'm involved in something, and my son is very much involved, he has his own, he's actually on his, we're gearing up to purchase his first real estate investment property. So, if there's something that my son probably doesn't like, then I have to take into consideration of what that looks like, right? But think about other social influences. There might be family, peers, news headliners. That's a really good one. Or trends that can lead to like a herd behavior, right? We hear headlines all the time. It's a seller's market, it's a buyer's market, people are canceling, people are whatever that looks like, and people don't know what to do. They don't know how to act, what's happening in the market. So to prevent the herd behavior, it's a matter of being a little bit more, I guess, intentional with really learning what's happening in the market. And I don't want to say intuitional, right? Or having an intuition about it, but in this sense, it's a matter of thinking, observing, and a little intuition, right? Like you have to have that gut feeling of, is it going to be okay? Is it not? But then again, you have to realize too, is it going to cause a lot of regret in regards to what the market looks like and what my return looks like? So keeping these key biases in mind when you're making decisions, loss aversion, fear of regret, and social influence makes a really big difference when you're going out into the market and looking at properties. I can tell you right now, we're helping a client who is looking to get into their property. We talk to our clients, we let them know, we educate our clients in regards to investment properties, whether it's house hacking, or any of the other 12 or 10 other weeks subjects that we've done already. But talking to a client, we try to understand, talk to them so we can understand what their moves are, what they want to do. And then when we are going to help them look for the property, we're constantly bringing their goals in mind to them. Does it fit this? Does it fit with their long-term goals? Does it, and so we kind of bring things in hindsight as we continue to help our clients along the way, because you and I both know when we're in it, we see something we like, we're like, this is it. This is it. I fell in love. I don't care who or what anybody says. And then somebody's like, wait a minute, let me just pull you back a minute. Let me pull you back, maybe slap you a little bit, slap some sense into you a little bit, but then see the big picture. Does this fit the big picture? Let's see, does it fit your budget right now? How much money are you gonna have to put into this house before you're able to kick it off, right? There's a lot of factors that you really need to watch out for that we really don't. It's not in our mind frame if we're not constantly in it every single day. So this is what I want you to understand, that if you are not working with a professional, which I don't know why you wouldn't, people think that they can save a little money if they work on their own, but they don't understand the other concepts of it. Are you structuring your portfolio correctly? Are you doing it in a way that is going to help your long term? Are you protected, right? Or are you vulnerable and visible to other people who can take it away from you? So it's not just helping you buy and sell your property. It's helping you figure out how you're going to create that portfolio and legacy that protects, that structures and protects and diversifies your portfolio. So we're here to help you not only buy your investment, help you, give you the resources to help you look after your investment, and then give you some more resources to protect your investment. And then, obviously when you need something, we're always here to help with acquisitions or offloading or whatever that looks like for you. So I want you to keep in mind that Daniel Kahneman, the economist, the behavioral economist, what he says is that our brains run off of two functions. System one is more of the instinctual, it's more of the intuitive, it's the think quick, right? But it's also prone to making mistakes. Our system two is where we have to, kind of think, we pull back, we're a lot slower. We think more logically, right? We put some math into it and some more numbers and more possibilities of the outcomes. So when you understand these two types of functions that we have, all of us, one is more instinctual and intuitive and prone to mistakes. The other one is very precise, it's slower, and it's that voice of reason, let's just say. So understanding these two and how it fits into your role is really going to make an impact on how you make your decisions when you are looking into your real estate investments, okay? So your role here is to slow your decisions down, to speed your results up. So slow your decisions down to speed up your results. because there's a lot that goes into it. It's not only purchasing the property, but it's making sure that that property that you purchase is going to appreciate, that what you put into it, you know, your rents are going to be able to suffice the mortgage payments or whatever that looks like. And when you go to sell it, you're going to get a higher return than than what you normally would have if you go to sell it, because a lot of investors do long term as well. So the things that I want you to take away this week, our advisor insight for you is most bad deals are emotional, not mathematical. So when our advisor's job, like our job, is to help you reduce the noise. It's to help you reduce the noise. It's to help you be that voice of reason. It's to help pull you back and guide our clients towards the decisions that align with the long-term strategy. Okay, so really, really understand that most of the bad decisions out there are because of our emotions. It's because of that quick thinking, and I'm doing it because this is what I feel, and I don't care what anybody says. But if you slow that process down, you maybe write it out a little bit, you take some time on the numbers, right, and what it looks like. Not how much do I have to put into this house, but how much can I rent it for, and will it accumulate, you know, in the long run? Because once it's your investment property, you get all kinds of tax advantages on it as well, so you can write that off as well. But again, it's all about giving us a call. It's all about in the consultation. It's all about what we can do to see your big picture, to understand what that looks like in the long run, what you really, really want, and then help to guide you into the next steps. So that's week 11, you guys. What did you think? I mean, you know, regretted not purchased when things were cheap. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, we're seeing that right now in the market where, you know, people are purchasing homes for the fraction of the price that they're worth right now. One, because there's a lot of development out here. And two, because, you know, the appreciation and demand is so high. So you have to understand, you know, where you are looking to invest. It could be anywhere. It doesn't have to be in Phoenix, but wherever you are in the world or in the country, looking at the bigger picture and making sure that you're structured properly, knowing that it could be a short-term loss for a long-term gain, right? So you have to really understand this, and it's all about your mindset. It's all about thinking and being committed, and staying in the market is going to help really push you forward. So you guys, thank you so much. I truly appreciate you for stopping by every week. I would love to hear your feedback or comments. Give us a call. We're here every weekend. I mean, we just wrapped up an open house. Like, we are very much active out here in Phoenix. So if you want to know anything about the market or what we're seeing out here, please go ahead and DM me. You can contact me on our website, shesoldaz.com. I'm at shesoldaz on Instagram, on YouTube, and Jessica Bajorquez on Facebook and LinkedIn. So I hope you guys take in whatever you can, because, you know, it's on our side. If you are an investor, chances are it's going to go in our favor. So right now is really important that we get that mindset right and we go together. Okay? Have a wonderful week. I will see you next week, week 12, final week, and then we have some other fun stuff, because, you know, you can't get rid of me that easy. Have a great day, you guys. Talk soon.